Hi everyone, welcome back to Make Money Online. Today, we'll look at the top 5 best digital marketing strategies used by Steve Jobs. Make sure you stick around until the end of this video for all the superb secrets that would help make your business a success. The world is now digitized, and most of it connects via the World Wide Web. Therefore, it's no surprise that digital marketing is one of the primary keys to success in business. Steve Jobs was the co-founder of one of the most successful companies in the world today. He was said to be a perfectionist with a stubborn nature behind his ideas. He also loved to meet and talk with entrepreneurs. This spirit led him to meet Steve Wozniak, who joined him to make top-notch products that went worldwide. The pair are said to have made the first end-user computers in the world. Many people might be thinking or asking themselves if this company's success was just a coincidence. Could it have been that anyone could have been as successful in the computer business if they started in 1976 as Steve Jobs did? The question you should ask yourself is, have you seen these Apple products? They're of the highest quality, and the attention to detail paid in their making is impressive. That detail was certainly not a mistake. In his lifetime, Steve Jobs said, "Marketing is about values. It is a complicated and noisy world, and we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is. So we have to be clear about what we want them to know about us." It took purposeful marketing efforts to bring the company to where it is today. Steve Jobs took his time to share some of these marketing tips. So today, we'll be talking about the top 5 best digital marketing strategies Steve Jobs used that will grow your business. Make a great product. The first digital marketing strategy from Steve Jobs is making a great product. Apple products came out as one of the most outstanding personal computer products in the world. This impression was made due to the cutting-edge and satisfying products that this company made. "If I'd have asked my customers what they wanted, they would have told me a faster horse," said Henry Ford. This is one of the things Steve quoted in his lifetime. He said that you should not have to ask your clients for what they need. You should be a thinker. You should observe other products around you and see what they're missing. It would help if you were innovative enough to make unique products that would stand out wherever they're needed. It makes sense, doesn't it? There's the ability for a product to market itself. That product would be one that is so useful to the generation that it is not dispensable. It would be a phenomenal product, the great product that Steve Jobs was referring to. The big question now is, how do you create such a product? Put your customers in mind. They are the sole reason why you're working so hard to make a phenomenal product. The first thing you need to do is look at your consumers' needs and target them. Automobiles were the replacements for horses and carriages for this reason. The manufacturers looked into the problem that came with using horses for transport. It was not so comfortable, horses would not run for too long, they often had to be fed and watered. These were many things that the automobile took care of. When your product takes care of people's needs, they will choose it. Identify and surpass your competition. Steve Jobs said, "Find your enemy." There is someone who's making the same product as you are. Coca-Cola and Pepsi are grave competitors when it comes to their cola drinks. They produce almost the same drink. People would need to take sides, as that is an integral part of human nature. It would help if you made that nature work in your favor. So Steve advised that you should aim for people to take your side over your enemy's side. There's no better way to attract loyalty to your end than to make a product that surpasses your enemy's product. Focus on the experience. You need to focus on what your customers would experience when buying your product more than you focus on your product. Did you ever notice that the brand Nike never mentions buying shoes in their adverts? Yet their main product is shoes. Bizarre, isn't it? Nike doesn't want you to think that you're just buying another shoe brand's creation. They want you to feel like the whole Nike world is an experience. The same goes for Apple. When you buy an Apple product, they don't believe that you're just purchasing another gadget for your work. They think you can change the world with passion. When you're marketing your products, make sure you portray the experience that you want your consumers to feel. Don't just display experience. Make sure your product is conveying that experience. Could you take one of your products and try them on? Do you feel the way you want your consumers to feel? Can you stand behind your product and defend how it makes people think? If not, then look for the things that are hindering that. You need to beef up your product until it fits into the experience you want it to give. The message here is still that no level of perfection is too high. Work at it until you get yourself a product that would stand out and market itself. Turn consumers into evangelists, not just customers. Make your product speak for itself, so much that it would make evangelists out of your consumers and not just customers. Customers only patronize because they're used to you. They don't see any difference between your product and the product of others. They would quickly go away if they hear something a bit better. Once your consumers have that feeling that you want for them, they would be convinced beyond no doubt that your products are the best. When a consumer is so satisfied with the way your product serves him, he would not need to be paid to praise the product. He would automatically do it himself. This point is talking about making brand ambassadors and marketers out of your customers. Now, you wouldn't be the one to tell them to tell others about what they love in your products. They would do it themselves. An excellent example of a brand that made evangelists out of its customers is Harley-Davidson. Their bikes were so good that they got loyal customers. These customers were not just loyal. Some got to the extent of tattooing the brand's logo on their bodies. Talk about extreme loyalty. Customers like that would never leave your brand, and they would automatically speak of it. There are many times that arguments have come up about which laptop is better, Mac or PC. The same view has come up between iPhone and Android phones too. You'll find that it is common for Apple users to always defend Apple products because they have tested and seen, and they cannot keep quiet. You don't have to be the first, you've got to be the best. Apple did not invent computers, phones, tablets, or headsets. They were not the first in the industry. Many had ventured into that sector and given us equipment and gadgets just like Apple did when they started. So what was Apple's big secret? They gave us new products that defined perfection. They followed the first 3 steps above, and they gave us innovation. Apple products are just the best you would find anywhere. Their attention to detail was so apt that only a few companies have matched them, even today. It didn't take Apple centuries to grow, it took them only years. Many have worked their whole life and not achieved what Apple did. The main point is that they gave nothing substandard. Even though millions of their products are distributed worldwide, you would hardly find an Apple product that is created with fault. Another marketing skill by Steve Jobs is that you should be the best. You don't have to invent something new to have a successful business. The chances are probably 1 in a million that you would be the first to create something. But it is much easier to iterate on something that already exists. If you plan to do so, you cannot settle for less. If you're not giving the best, then you're not giving anything. Innovate or die. It would help if you were innovative. Old things are great, but some things can be more extraordinary. It would be best if you kept adding value to your product so it would remain relevant. Companies know that they need to add value to their products to make them better. What do these companies do? They update their products. When there is a leading company, most other companies follow the company's lead. Most times, they're not adding new things to their product. They add what the leading company has already innovated in their product. Steve Jobs said that you should not follow. You need to be a leading company. You need to be the one that would innovate. As he's been saying right from the start, look for your consumers' pains and innovate things that would help ease that pain. Add items that would make your product experience total and complete. If you're not doing this, your company will be behind. Apple has set an example over the years. They update their products regularly. They don't do minor updates, they do major ones. Consumers are always quick to get their new products because they know that they would be of higher quality. Your work will make that impression if you're an innovative entrepreneur. I know many would have expected digital marketing strategies to entail how to market, what platforms to use, among other things. But these strategies are different because Steve Jobs said that no company would get the chance to get people to remember much about them. Hence, your product needs to speak clearly for itself. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you can get updates whenever we post a new video. What other digital marketing strategies do you know? Please let us know in the comments section below. And while you're here, go ahead and click on one of the videos on your screen. See you next time. It's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.